Trevor, do you want me to credit you as Trevor Ward of Software Failure? Do you want to say like when I introduce you, just Trevor Ward of Software Failure? Do you have another way you want to be billed?
Yeah, that's good.
Cool.
Your aleatoric reality.
Okay, we're here with Trevor Ward of Software Failure to promote his new single, Figures on the Tomb. Trevor, welcome to your aleatoric reality.
Thank you for having me.
So, the first thing we need to do is roll up our questions. So, Damon, I'm going to ask you to roll 2d4 for Trevor specific questions and then a d6 for wacky questions. They're not that wacky, they're just generic. But hopefully, they'll get some, get a little character background on you.
Yeah.
There you are. All right. 2d4.
2d4 for the Trevor questions.
5.
Okay. And then we need a d6 for
4.
general questions. And it was a 4.
Yep.
So I'm taking 5 Trevor questions, 4 general questions. And then I go to my randomized list tool at yar.quest/tools. And I hit randomize so that all of those questions will be in a random order. And there we go.
I thought you were typing unsee.
No.
I already saw it.
Like the general questions. I keep the ones that we don't pick so I can put them back in the pool for next time. That's all. Okay, so Trevor, some of your videos look like they take place in and around cabins in northern Michigan. Where are you from?
We're from North Dakota. So not super far, I guess. Midwest.
Yeah.
Middle of nowhere.
I'm in Wisconsin right now, actually. I travel for work all the time. But I've been to North Dakota and there's nothing there. So besides making music and throwing boulders in the water, what do you guys do for fun?
Well, hang out, sit around, drink.
Yeah.
Run away from crop dusters?
Yeah. There's not a ton to do, hence why kind of find whatever, whether it's music or making videos and things like that. Sit around, shoot the shit. It's really it. Not a ton to do, but you got to make your own fun somehow.
Excellent. Well, first of all, I want to curse you because Figures on the Tomb is so catchy. It's been running through my head for weeks since we first got in contact.
That's
so I
awesome.
have to know, what is the story behind Figures on the Tomb? Is it about a specific person? What happened there?
Yeah, with that, I like to keep it relatively vague. I don't love when musicians are like, this song is specifically about this and this and this. So I'll give like a general idea just so that it doesn't, like, if other people have interpretations, like if you have an interpretation of it, I don't want to ruin your interpretation. But it's a song about loss and losing someone, whether that's to death or end of a relationship or just a situation changing. That the song is kind of about grappling with that and losing someone or something. But I love to hear that it's been stuck in your head. That's the biggest compliment you can give a musician. I love that.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a very, very catchy song.
So it's like when you're a little kid at the mall and you can't find your mom.
Yeah. Yep, that's what the song's about. How do you know?
I'm really good at this. So how do you approach songwriting? Lyrics first, music first, or what's your process?
Yeah, the way it usually works is it's just two of us in the band, me and my friend Bobby, who's the drummer and the singer in the band. I usually come in with a riff, and whether it's just a riff or it's a full song, I'll come in
Riff
with
on
bass. So it's just bass, drums and vocals is all that is comprising of our songs. And so I'll come in with a bass riff, and he'll come up with drums and a melody to it. And then usually the way it works is we both write lyrics, but I write more of the lyrics. So once we come up with a melody, then I'll write lyrics. So it's basically I come in with a riff, we kind of turn it into a song, and then write the lyrics after. The lyrics are the last thing that's written, and then over time, we'll play it more and more, and then as we play it, we'll kind of be like, well, this doesn't quite feel right. This should be changed, and then it's just tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I never feel like a song is done necessarily until it's recorded. And then it's like, well, we can't really sit and fiddle with it anymore. So because it's recorded and it's going to go out in a month or whatever. So
sure you can.
You could.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is.
There are definitely artists that do like reformulations of old pieces.
Yeah.
You know?
And we've done that with a couple songs when we play them live. We'll mess with them a little bit and slightly change things, and Bobby changes stuff on drums all the time, but usually we try and stay true to the recordings. But there are a couple times where we've been like, well, this would be better if we did this, so let's do this instead now.
Cool. It's really cool that you develop work like that, because it took me a long time to figure that out. I would like write a song, like the first day I would like just write a song and then record it immediately. And it's so much better when you play, like you get the initial idea, but then you play with it and you play around with it and you kind of like,
Yeah.
it's almost like this, especially when you're working with another person, like the song has kind of like a mind of its own, like Tori Amos talks about that, how like she considers her songs like independent beings, and she's not writing them so much as she's communicating with them.
Yeah.
Also in a collaboration, it's important to let the other person put their mark on it too, and that
For sure.
really happens through repetitive.
Yeah, and with that, it's like it's very much like you were saying, you have to listen to what the song wants. Like you can beat it into submission and make it what you want it to be, but if you try a thing, you have to listen and be like, the song doesn't quite want that. The song needs to be this one specific way. Like you can try and do it one way, but you're going to listen to it in a week and be like, that's not quite right. And I always say that the creative process always thrives from time. And in like where we're at now, like you need to be pumping out stuff immediately all the time. But if you're working on something like music or a movie or a book or whatever, it needs time to make sure that like when you sit with it, it feels right. Because you can feel that it's great in the moment, but you can listen to it a week from now and be like, that's awful. That's terrible. So I really enjoy, like there's Figures on the Tomb, for example. That was the second song we wrote. We've been a band for 4 years, and we just got the chance to put it out now, because we did an album a year and a half ago, I guess, and we put it out in 2024. And this was initially going to be a part of that album, but because we only had like 4 days to record, I think it was 11 songs ended up getting recorded, 12 if you include Figures on the Tomb. We only had 4 days to record all of those songs, but we only had time to record 11, and Figures was just the one that we didn't get to. But it benefited from that because we had the time to sit with it more and be like, well, the opening isn't as good, the chorus could be better, we should do this with the bridge instead of what we're currently doing. So for me, time is the biggest piece of the puzzle when it comes to doing anything creative, in my opinion.
That always amused me is every band I've ever been in or anybody I ever worked with would be like, you know what this song needs? It needs a bridge. And I'm like, well, where's this bridge going? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, a bridge takes you from one place to another place, not like the Aerosmith U-turn.
Back to the same song. All right. So, Trevor, Software Failure is a two-piece, drums and bass.
Yep.
I only see Fender bass in the videos, but some of your songs sound like they have a guitar track. How do you get that? Yeah, I'm assuming you multi-track, but how do you get your
Yep.
tone to be differentiated like that?
Yeah. What I do is I play through two amps. When we play live, I play through two amps, and I have a handful of pedals where one I split my signal
Hmm.
to the two different amps. One is just a clean bass signal, and then the other is essentially I call it the guitar amp, where it's pitched up an octave and is distorted to hide kind of like the weird like harmonics you'll get from an octave pedal. So
Huh?
yeah, and it's based off of a band that I really like called Royal Blood, which was the inspiration. They do the same thing, and I'm essentially copying what Mike from that band is doing, but trying to do my own thing with it. And I think I've done a decent job differentiating the two
Right.
and not
What kind
just,
Yeah,
of
no,
what kind of bass is it? Was it a P bass?
it's a Jaguar.
Oh.
This is actually Mike from Royal Blood. This is his signature bass.
Oh,
But
nice.
I also have
So
a gray one.
so
Yeah,
let me
that
make
was
it
one of the
say,
first things. That was one of the first things I noticed when I was watching the videos. I was like, "Oh, it's a two-piece, but I'm hearing more fullness in the sound." That's really cool that
Yeah.
you do that.
I used to have do a similar kind of thing with split signal on bass. And what I did was, have you ever heard of Rico sound?
I don't think so, no.
So the Rickenbacker basses all have a stereo jack and a mono jack.
Yeah.
And the stereo jack sends one pickup to each output. So I wired my Fender Jaguar bass with so it had like the J bass, it had two J bass rails, and then I put in a P bass pickup up against the neck, like
Mm-hmm.
literally against the neck.
Uh-huh.
And I just wired the outputs so that the top pickup would go to one output, and then the two J bass pickups would go to the second output.
Yeah.
And then I would like just fucking dub sound the neck pickup. So it was like just big, thick tone all
Yeah.
day. And I could control them completely separately. And then I would run the two J bass pickups through pedals and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I had this really nice, deep, tonal, like Jamaican bass sound with this fucked up, affected secondary signal on top of it, and that was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
I was when people try to do stuff like that, I think it's less about the amp. People always think, well, if I put my bass into a guitar amp, then it'll sound more like a guitar. It's like, no,
Not
no,
really.
not so much. You got to get a little more into it than that.
Yeah. With guitar, that might be a little true. Like Queens of the Stone Age, I know
Mhm.
Josh Homme uses bass amps for the most part, or at least used to early on. But with guitar, that might be more true. But with bass, unless you're playing high up on the neck, you kind of have to use like an octave pedal or something, I think, to make it sound more like a guitar.
But I always got into the tonal separation
Yeah.
more than the octave separation because
Yeah.
there's only, as far as
Because you're a mad scientist.
yeah, I mean, there's only one octave pedal I even ever really cared for, and that was a sub and up.
That's what I use.
Yeah, that's the only one that does proper tracking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's always done good for me. I've thought about getting like a POG or something, but
I mess with them, man. They just don't track as well. Nothing tracks as well as that sub and up.
guess I'll stick with that then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
So-
all personal preference at the end of the
Yeah.
day. Like people could listen to my tone and be like, that sounds awful. I hate it to play guitar. What's your problem? And that was a lot of like the beginning of the band. Even like Bobby was like, well, maybe I should switch to guitar and then we get a drummer or we just get a guitar player or whatever. Because he wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do because this is the first band I've ever been in. And I didn't even have an amp when we started the band. I just
Okay.
played through some of his dad's amps. So I didn't have any amps or pedals, but I was like, I want to try and do this. And Bobby was like, okay, we can try it. But he kept being like, maybe we should get a guitar. Like the whole first year, he was like, maybe we should get a guitar player. Maybe we should get a drummer, whatever.
We
We
should
should
put that
be
on
a
a
three-piece.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then eventually I started having enough money to buy pedals. And then he was like, okay, I'm sort of starting to get it. And then we did our first EP, and then we've been a two-piece ever since. And I don't get that sense from him that he doesn't think that we can pull it off.
I'm really glad you stuck with it because I really like the sound.
Yeah, I
One
love
thing
it
I've
too.
seen some bands do a couple times. I've never seen anybody do it really well, but they'll mount a guitar or a bass on a cymbal stand,
Mhm.
and the drummer will hit the guitar strings with the stick.
Have you seen anybody besides Craig Johnson do that?
I've seen a lot of people do that. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
different weird shit. Yeah,
Well,
there's a
there was
lot
that
of.
one guy a few years ago where he played, I think he was playing drums, guitar, and bass and singing all at the same time. I forget his name,
Wow.
but it was wild.
One man band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They used to do that with accordions all the time. So, what's your favorite tradition or holiday?
I would say probably my favorite holiday is Christmas, just because still like that childlike thing around that time for me, and also being able, more importantly for me now being older, it's seeing everyone in the whole family getting together and seeing both sides of my family at kind of at once a little bit, seeing like my mom's side of the family on usually Christmas Eve, and then seeing my dad's side of the family on Christmas Day, and then a couple days after that. It's probably Christmas. And there's no real traditions we have other than getting together. But my grandpa, I guess there is a tradition that persists throughout for the last like 10 years or whatever, probably even more. But my grandpa, is his favorite Christmas movie is The Grinch. And he always does, he makes a Whoville sign. It's just a green piece of cardboard that says Whoville on it, and then the year, and then we all sign it. And he always makes Who Hash, and it's just almost like a trail mix, but there's like deer jerky, candy, a bunch of stuff just mixed into it. And he's done that for the last 10, 15 years probably. So that's something that I always look forward to for Christmas. And then it lasts for a month because the jars are like probably that big or whatever, just giant things you could get at like Hobby Lobby or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, that's really fun.
I assume you mean the animated feature, not the Jim Carrey version.
Yeah. Yeah. The old one from the 60s you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
The old
Yeah.
school Boris Karloff doing the voice of the Grinch.
Yeah, that's my grandpa's favorite. He
Yeah.
had the two newer ones, the Jim Carrey one and the one that came out like 8 years ago or whatever with what's his name? Benedict Cumberbatch. He didn't care for that one. He was like,
Really? I
yeah,
didn't
he
even know
didn't.
that it happened.
Yeah, that was like in 2018
That's
or whatever.
the 3D animated one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and my grandma went to go see it in the theater, and he told my dad afterwards. He was like, "Yeah, you don't need to go see it." But it's also more of a, well, I guess the original is a musical too, but it's more of a musical
Uh,
than the other ones, and it's just like, but it's also,
Benedict Cumberbatch, like Sherlock
yeah,
Holmes.
yeah. That's
Oh,
what I thought when I
fuck.
saw it. I was like, his voice is way too nasally for the Grinch. Like,
That's just weird. Oh my god.
yeah, I think the old school cartoon is the best too. That's my
yeah.
favorite. I love that one.
Blue Meanies did a cover of that song that was pretty phenomenal a long time ago.
I've started to like the Jim Carrey one more and more, but I still prefer the original one.
Yeah. So Trevor, do you have a day job?
I do. I work at a media company, editing videos for them.
Oh, nice. Does that ever interfere with performing or like editing your own videos?
Not really. Surprisingly, I've been there for a year now,
Uh,
and strangely, the first music video we did after I started this job in editing was my full-time gig. Was in like July of last year when we did the video for our song "Where's My Superpowers," and I was like, I wonder if I'm either going to be more productive when I am editing or not want to do it when I come home from work.
uh,
And strangely, I think I have a very like almost photographic memory, so just prefacing before I say all these random dates from a year ago, I think it was like a Tuesday when we recorded the video. And then after that night, after we filmed it, I got all the footage organized. And then the next day after work, I spent like most of the rest of the night editing that video. And I was like, well, it's good to know that I have, and the job I have is for sure my dream job. So it's nice to know that it isn't, just because it is my job, it isn't something that I don't want to do outside of, and also it's my own thing. If it was for someone else, I wouldn't have been as like on it. But
Right.
So which superpowers did you get?
well, not in the video, but the whole thing with that song is where's my superpowers? Everyone else has superpowers, the but the narrator, so none, I
Oh.
guess.
What would you pick?
I don't know. My brain immediately goes to flight, but no, probably teleportation, because
Oh,
you
good
have the
one.
same benefits of flight. You can get places really quick, but you don't have the actual commute. You can just snap your fingers and you're there.
And no one can shoot you down if you're teleporting.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's really cool though that your job aligns in that way, and that like it
Mhm.
makes sense because when I look at your videos, obviously you don't have a huge budget for videos, but the editing
Yeah.
is really super tight, and now I understand why.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
and the funny thing is when we did that video for Where's My Superpowers, it was the first one, like I said, after I started my job, and I showed it to Bobby, and he goes, your job's paying off. He's like, that's
Yeah.
edited really well. And
Nice.
that wasn't, I don't think that was him discrediting the other videos, because I've been doing that. I've been editing videos for, I guess, 10, 12 years now, for a long time. It's just been a hobby of mine. And so I've obviously built up my skills before starting this job, but it's just more solidified.
You ever fuck with those fan edit communities?
And not really. Those always seem strange to me. It's like, I understand you like them, but
I watched a while back. I downloaded a version of episodes 1 and 2, right? And they re-edited it without Anakin. He's not in the movie. It's just about Obi-Wan, and it was pretty great. So I just love that there's all these like different fan, like I just like every once in a while I end up deep diving and looking and like what the hell did they do, and like the re-edit, most of them are Star Wars, but it's just really interesting. I think that community is really interesting.
Yeah.
So what's one thing that most people misunderstand about you?
I don't know. Misunderstand about me. I don't know. I guess I don't know. This is all an assumption, I guess, that I'm working off of, but I would assume that a lot of people think that I'm, like, in real life, that I'm a little standoffish a little bit, because if I'm in a group of people, like obviously this is different right now, but if I'm in a group of people, I tend to get quiet. And only because I speak when I have something to say most of the time, and I've noticed that the bigger, like if it's like 3 of us, I'm fine, but or like one-on-one, but the bigger the group gets, the quieter I get and the less I chime in. I've noticed, unless I've been drinking, which helps. but no, for the most part, I would imagine just because I'm quiet, and I've never been told that I seem standoffish, but it's just something that I would kind of assume, because I would probably think the same thing about someone else. If there's like a group of like 6 of us and one person's just by themselves, or often is still in the group but not saying anything, I would think maybe they're a little standoffish. But I guess
What's the old quote? It's better to let someone assume that you're an idiot than open your mouth and prove it.
Yeah. that is where that is a big assumption. I don't know if I've ever heard that quote before, but that is something I kind of work off of.
I'm butchering it, but it's yeah, it's like a Benjamin Franklin or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, better Better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove the doubt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Much more
Trevor,
poetic.
what's your earliest memory?
Oh, my earliest memory. One of them, there's a couple, and I don't know if it's just me remembering stories or not, but they're from like before I was three or four, I think. There's a couple. There's one I remember where I was at my great grandma's house, and my mom's uncle was smoking a cigarette, and I this is one where I think it's just the story that I'm remembering. And I was sitting on the kitchen table while he was smoking a cigarette, and then all of a sudden I must have got like a whiff of the smoke or whatever and started coughing. And then he just immediately put out the cigarette because I was coughing.
Uh-huh.
And then another one, and I vaguely remember this. I don't think I'm just regurgitating a story for this one. I don't know if we had just gotten a recliner or whatever. But me and my mom, I was sitting on my mom's lap in our recliner, and all of a sudden, I don't know if I was potty trained or not. I don't know. But all of a sudden I just started pissing. I was sitting on my mom's lap and I pissed my pants. And yeah, I think those are my, I don't think there's anything earlier than those. I don't know. It's hard to think back. It's like I was saying, is this just me regurgitating a story, or do I actually remember this?
That's the problem with memory.
Yeah. Well, I think also too the existence of a story keeps that memory alive, really.
Yeah.
You know, like I have an early memory that there's a picture of in one of my mom's photo albums where I'm like 2, and I remember her taking the picture, but only because there was a picture that like every time I saw it, I remember doing it and just kind of made that memory stick.
That's
Most of memories are bullshit.
Well, memories are reconstructed every time you remember them. So Hey, this is Misha in editing mode. I was trying to decide where in the show to put the song Figures on the Tomb, and then I remembered what this show is about, and so I rolled for it for the minute mark, and here it is.
Take my room and paint it black. I lost my chance to have you back. I don't know if I can heal from this. I've never felt this lost before. I miss you like no other, and there will never be another like you. I wish that I had told you. I think I was afraid to. It's not the same without you. I don't know what more to do. There was no way I could have prepared for this. What did he do this for? I'll miss you like no other, and there will never be another like you. I wish that I had told you.
They're
Yeah.
very mutable.
Malleable. Yes.
Yeah.
Ask any cop.
There's a similar thing with that. I remember I was again probably like 3 or 4, like right when you're starting to form memories. I remember I was with my family, my grandma and grandpa, and my aunt and her kids, and we went to Chuck E. Cheese, and it's the only time I've been to Chuck E. Cheese. But there was like a little thing where it was like a little like car, and there was like a statue of Chuck E. Cheese that you could take a picture with, and I this is where I like understood the concept of a picture, and I got like this little like printout thing, and my mom wrote like this quote on the back that I said. I was like, oh man, this picture is so cool. Every time I look at it, I can remember the time we went to Chuck E. Cheese. And it was just me understanding the concept and why you take pictures and stuff like that. It's just like, huh, that's really cool.
That's really cool.
My daughter was absolutely obsessed with Chuck E. Cheese. So
Yeah, I think that's the only time I've been.
Was it in the
Oh,
car?
really?
Was it where you're sitting in the car next to Chuck E. Cheese driving?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've definitely seen a lot of those pictures. Well, Trevor, that's all the questions we have for you. Is there anything else you want people to know about software failure?
We're working on new music right now. Hopefully some new stuff by the end of the year, maybe. Uh, that's kind of the goal right now. But other than that, I'm working on new music, and yeah, that's about it.
how are you recording? Are you going someplace to record, or are you doing it yourself?
We're doing it ourselves. We have our friend Alan, who helps us produce it. He knows way more than we do. So he's why it sounds so good.
Mm,
Um, and yeah, he comes to our hometown, and we record it in Bobby's dad's garage. And then he goes off and mixes it and then sends it back to us. So do it all DIY.
nice.
It would be cool one day to do it in like a big studio, but don't quite have the budget for that yet.
It's not necessary anymore. It's really not.
That's true.
No, but for the experience, it'd be cool. But
Well, you could just give me a bunch of money, and I'll give you nothing in return if you want.
oh, okay.
Well, other than on this podcast, where can people hear Figures on the Tomb and the rest of your works?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, just search software failure should pop up.
Great. We'll also link to your stuff in the show notes. Trevor, thanks so much for speaking with us today. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you guys too. Thanks for having me.
Your aleatoric reality.